Okay.
Okay. Did we get Dustin? I feel like Dustin maybe stood up at one point.
It's back.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Let's do this. Blankies off. Uh,
I
last
know, is
time
that going to stream?
we left off, the party was gathered in Lemoore after having performed quite the heist, rummaging through the penthouse of the Onyx people, which are golems, living golems for all intents and purposes. And you've just made it out with a cognium rod and a stash of cash. You guys met back with your Tekeknu friend, the leader of the Natari gang, and Vivigeni basically offered to take the golden ingots out of your hands, the gold and silver ingots, for a cut, because they basically needed to smelt them down and repurpose them because they were marked. The mark specifically, most coins. Oh, Dustin's gone.
Nope.
Is
Andrew's
Vivigani
gone.
the bug leader who
Yes.
keeps kind of threatening us?
Yes, because you guys are a threat to him. Yeah.
All right.
Vivigeni, so most coin that you guys have has the old Buchanan sigil on it, which is a 3-headed Cerberus dog. Each one mouth has a hammer in it, one mouth has a scroll in it, and then the last dog, the middle dog, has eyes with coins in them, and he's growling. The emblem that you guys saw imprinted on the gold bars that you guys saw had a 4th head, this one with a sword in its mouth. Not that it's necessarily relevant, but anyways. So you guys got back, talked to Vivgeni, basically, and then bedded down for the night. Meanwhile, I was going to let's see what Andrew's been up to.
Friends.
But Andrew left us.
Yizzard.
Were we supposed to have done shopping with the gold before now?
No.
Okay, good, because I didn't. I'm gonna buy some clanky ass armor, but then actually my character model makes sense.
All right, Andrew. Andrew's back, so I'm gonna give you a little bit more on what.
Yeah, I just switched Discord over to my phone. For some reason, my computer couldn't handle it.
Oh.
Andrew, say this.
No problem.
This.
Hey, much faster. Let's go.
So, and I've actually got everybody's cameras too.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. He's even got Dustin's camera. What?
Is my
Pirates.
dog not good enough?
It's perfect.
Tyrus, you find yourself being led by a pink-skinned gentleman by the name of Wallaby, whom you met on your trails. And I'll go ahead and just put it on to the front. He kind of, kind of looks like this guy here, except he's got almost like a, almost like a rat-skinned tone, like light pinkish skin tone, and a very Sean Connery swagger to him.
Holy shit, he's back.
Yep.
Wallaby leads you to quite a horrendous gash in the world that you've never seen before. Billowing smoke like a volcano of. He's leading you directly to the putrid city of Lemoore. And in the dim hours of what is just barely morning, what could barely be justified as morning, he leads you around towards a large wall in a half circle of the front of this facility, and to what would essentially be a small crack. If this was a house, it would be a crack a mouse could just barely fit through underneath of the door. And there, he brings you up to a couple of bug people, which is not something that you're unfamiliar with, having lived where you have been so far. But these couple of bug people are fitted in apparel, very unseemly of what you would have noticed. They got leathers on, and a couple of them have scars. A couple of them are even smoking. And Wallaby leads you up to them and explains that he's coming from a place called Paratisium, and that he needs to speak to their leader, Vivigeni. And with that, the couple of apparent guards to this hole in the wall kind of give each other nods and escort you into a cavern system underneath the city. As the few shreds of daylight dissipate and are replaced with torchlight, you are brought into a complex with creatures scuttling just on the peripheries of your vision, eventually leading you into a large antechamber. There is a central light coming from some unseen source, but a crack up above, illuminating the space with yellow light. The two bug people, speaking in a primitive language that you would understand, basically speak up to Wallaby and say, "Wait here, we're gonna go get Vivigeni," they call him. And with that, they leave you guys, leave you waiting on their behest. Meanwhile, Emery, Wretch, and Ilya, you guys are woken up very early in the morning on the following day by a couple of folks saying, a couple of the gang members saying, "Hey, you're wanted in the main antechamber."
And we be wanted in the antechamber in 15 minutes.
Suit yourself. He turns around and walks out.
I roll back into my covers.
Okay.
Wretch.
I think that was more urgent.
Wretch, excuse me.
What?
We should probably, go, maybe nap later?
But I won't be tired later.
I think you will. I mean, I'll be tired later. We won't have important business to tend to later.
I begrudgingly roll out of bed, but I'm gonna be sour about it for the first 5 steps.
As you guys are trying to pull Wretch along, you guys hear in the distance, "Kill him!" Going back,
Me?
Tyrus, the first thing that you guys hear, so the first thing that occurs as you guys are kind of waiting, you see Wallaby kind of tapping his foot nervously, kind of looking around, and coming from one of the side tunnels is a large crustacean. Vaguely similar to a lobster in anatomy, and about the size of a bus. And he comes in, probably about the size of a van. But anyways, he comes in, and you hear this scuttling. And as he slowly stops, he looks over, and you see 2 large antennae kind of. He looks over. "You have a lot of nerve coming in here, Wallaby." You hear Wallaby go, "I have, as a matter of..." And you hear the Vivigeni look at the 2 guards and go, "Kill him!" And he goes, "Hold on, I have a message from Laxandre." So, hold on, my friends. You wouldn't want to kill a messenger from Laxandre, would you? And with that, the 2 guards kind of look back hesitantly at Vivigeni. Vivigeni kind of, for a moment, raises up one of his large claws and... "This better be good. Well, I mean, I have good news aplenty, I assure you. I have the word of your queen. Some of it not as good as others, but most of it, I assure you, there's some sweet dew to the words that would you find most succulent. If you just allow me and my companion here just a moment of your time. A moment is all I ask. Very well. And the large crustacean makes its way in to further in towards where there's a central gathering spot in this antechamber. Wallaby pulls out from underneath of his. Sorry, he pulls his bag down, and you see that behind his bag is a briefcase, kind of like how if you pack one of those really large camping bags, you got like multiple cases tethered to it, so to speak. And he pulls this case and sets it in front of him, and it's got latches on the front. And it's probably this big. It's probably 2 foot across and about 1 foot thick, and about 8 inches wide. So it's about, I don't know, it's that big. Anyways, he sets it down and goes, "Now, I have more than just this package here, but your queen wanted me to provide this for you, and I'll get to the content in just a moment."
Quick question.
At this point, you guys are walking in from the side, from the opposing side of the antechamber.
Okay. I was going to ask, how much of this can the three of us hear?
Yeah.
So.
You guys heard a little bit of that commotion as you're in like hurried step, and you're kind of catching into the conversation at this point. What you see is the large crustacean you know as Vivigeni, kind of in the central area with this imposing light cascading down, and catching just on the periphery of it, you see your old friend Wallaby. With Wallaby, however, is a figure that you have not yet met, and he looks a little bit like this. Do you want to describe yourself, Andrew? Physically.
Am large.
Am large. Yeah.
Not for me.
Andrew is a Woolund, very similar to your friend Emery. However, he's much more bovine in nature. Very similar to what you see in the picture there. He is clearly clad in the warrior leathers in the leathers of a warrior, and has a large. Do you have a battle axe?
Yeah, a large battle axe. Leather armor. I'm about 6'8", and brawn of 4, so you can take that into account of what he looks like.
You've got a pillar of muscle, which is vying for height with Ilya at this point. Which I think Ilya, you're like 6'10", right? But lanky.
Yeah, something like 6'7" or so.
Yeah,
maybe the same height as this guy, but more Bruce Lee than Bolo.
Or one of you is.
I'm basically the Rock with hair and horns.
Perfect. What does Andrew see coming in from the side passage?
I think canonically, because I have like leather armor right now, stat wise, but canonically we all keep saying that it's very clanky. So you
have the worst plate mail.
Yeah, you see a rat in pretty rusty, ill-fitting plate mail with a big maul, but he's got a cheerful spring in his step. He's got a big smile that's pretty much constant, and you get a slightly holy aura from him. Not like he is divine, but like a cleric. You sense an unnatural confidence in one's abilities that only usually comes with magic casters.
There you go.
That boy looked like a monk. I imagine that your maul, like, because you're probably about 4 foot tall. I imagine that your maul is like slightly dragging behind you because it's willpower that you use to wield it. So it's like this big, like, 10-pound head that's on the ground. And you just kind of like let it drag behind you, adding to your clankiness.
Yeah,
Just like Garen, he uses willpower to swing his stick.
yeah. I'm
Force of
not
will.
very. I mean, I have a bulk of a brawn of 3, but it's not like the most jacked rat you've ever seen. It's like, oh, okay, that is a rat.
My first character I made was a dwarf that only had a brawn of 2, but I wanted to use 2-handed weapons, so we made him just go off of sheer willpower to swing his weapons.
Yeah, that's a good talent. Anyway, that was my guy.
Okay. For me, you see a woman like yourself, but not quite like you. She's a slimmer girl, looks kind of, I guess, young, got a smile on her face, big, like, curling back horns, like kudu horns almost. And she is covered in patchwork and knickknacks, and she's just got just a bit of just, I don't know, everything going on. Her pockets are stuffed full. She's just carrying a ton of oddball stuff with her. A lot of stuff that looks like it's from the forest. Not really fitting into this weird city of Lemoore. So,
Josh, before we get any further, is Tyres going to be in any way knowing of any of these creatures?
You'd be familiar with Ratton, and you'd be familiar with other Wooland. The Norn, who is about to introduce himself, you would not be necessarily familiar with. And you would be familiar with the Tekeknu, which are the bug people.
Okay.
And you
So
know
I guess
of humans and stuff, but, like, you wouldn't have come across a Norn in your day. Like, that would be very uncommon for them to be in your wood.
Alright, I guess thematically, as I'm scanning the room because I'm supposed to be a protector for Wallaby while he brought me into town, I'll be paying attention to the large crustacean and the Norn as he's walking in, because from my understanding he's also quite large, or tall anyway.
Yeah, and he's dressed as a Viking warrior, essentially.
Alright, and then if there's any humans in the room, I'm definitely going to be staring them down.
Luckily, none yet. other than the Norn. Could you describe yourself, Dustin?
Ilya is very tall, part giant. He has bluish gray skin, almost like he's always cold. His face is very stern, and his eyes are very dark. He has long, pale gray hair, an intricately carved a sword, with runes along the blade and intricately carved hilt. You can tell that this is a family heirloom of some kind. Not something you see day to day. He also carries a shield, and he's dressed in, a gambeson, I guess, but kind of lighter armor. And I think that's about it. He's very, very tall, but he's not jacked. Just very fit, like a very tall Bruce Lee.
And another thing I guess I should point out about my character is that he is battle hardened, so he does have scars. One of his horn tips is broken off, just like in the picture, that kind of stuff. But
Also,
otherwise, his complexion is more like along the gray, dark white or like gray side, like ashen.
Paler.
Yeah.
Also, from the Norn, you get an unspoken air of command about the group because he is, in fact, our boss and our leader, and we always defer to him in times of indecision.
You did that once during a heist because I had an idea of what we should do.
And it makes the most money we have ever made. You're the leader now.
I suppose.
I watched that heist. I think was it your guys' last session?
Yeah.
Yes.
That would
You're the leader now,
really
Dustin.
well.
Accept it.
Trying to make morally reprehensible decisions.
Yeah.
I
As
didn't
you
want to kill anybody, but he started setting people on fire, and I was going to desecrate his corpse. Sounds like he had it coming.
as you eye these newcomers, and you guys kind of size up Wallaby and his new friend. He seems to just find them everywhere. Wallaby continues addressing Vivigeni. He goes, now your queen has decided to fund the. He goes, now I brought your woes to your queen and Paratisium, and she, so moved by my words, has decided to fund the Natari in their plight against the Bronze. And so, with that, I bring gifts. However, I do have. He goes, not all that glitters is gold, and unfortunately, there is still a bit of a wane to the desires that you had that unfortunately she was not able to achieve. Paratisium will not make any demands of the Ecclesia, which the Ecclesia is like the huge empire of the Onyx under the mountains. So you guys don't know really much about it, but it would be the people who support the Bronze. You see with this a bit of a what could potentially be construed as either sullenness from Vivigeni, like a sunken of the shoulders. He goes, you see, as it stands, Paratisium is in a bit of a stressed situation. There is war blooming in the woodlands, and she cannot risk having them cut off from the motherland. You see, to provoke war with the Ecclesia would cut off any sort of retreat the Paratisium have. And he goes, pardon me, Bull, but and if other folks, other tribes, decides to really commit to their hard-handed approach against the Tekepnu, they may face a crushing potential indeed. Now we don't know what Watandulash is going to be doing here in the near future. I wasn't able to stay for those conversations, but long story short, Laxandre is willing to back you in small financial ways. That's not going to be good for us. It means this will, in fact, be blood in the streets. He kind of looks about the room, and you see a bunch of the bug soldiers around the outside are communicating with each other. Some of the gang members are. You see a couple of them start like getting in a bit of a heated kerfuffle, and they get ushered out. He goes, financial backing isn't the only thing. I present to you. I present to you 4 tiers of the homeland. And he opens, Wallaby opens up the little container he has. And Vivigeni approaches us. And he reaches down and pulls something out of the container. And it's this almost like a water balloon of some sort of weird gelatinous material that seems to be contained, but it's got water balloon-like texture to it, but it's very, like, snot-colored. Oh, she does bring. You do bring powerful artifacts. Now, I was thinking about killing you despite you fulfilling your end of the bargain. But this isn't enough to bring you back into our good graces, Wallaby. He kind of puts the thing back into the container. You guys from this side can see that there are 4 of these globules kind of set in this case, and some little buzzer-winged Ticket kind of flies up and gingerly closes the container, and you hear Viviani goes, "Secure those promptly, Jublin. I will." He goes, "We'll be needing them soon enough." And you hear him, "Right away, sir." And he brings them off. Well, that bought you your back to being just a thorn in my side. Well, to keep you, he goes, if you didn't have a thorn in your side, you'd be able to sleep at night. And we can't have that now, can we? Otherwise, those Onyx will have one up on you. He goes, don't try to make me smile. You know I don't have lips. Well, doesn't mean you can't feel mirth in your heart. Speaking of which, and he kind of knocks Tyrus on the chest. How about we get a little bit of mirth in yours? I got friends, companions to introduce you to. He goes, everyone! Looking down and just crossing eyes with Wretch, Ilya, and Emery. Goes, this is my friend Bull. He's going to be helping us for a little bit. And you're going to be helping him.
Hi.
Hi, I'm
Nice to
Emery.
meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Oh,
I think he's
he kind of pats the chest of Bull, and he goes, Bull here doesn't speak much common, you see. You have to start, Emery, if you'd be so interested in translating for him. He uses the speech of the tribes for the most part. Now, he can understand a word or two, Wretch, Ilya. He picks up he's a perceptive guy. But, well, language barriers need to be worked out, do they not?
Sure, yeah, of course.
Okay. I wave like obnoxiously hard.
And I
Hello,
repeat myself.
my name is Ilya. Me, Ilya.
That's not helping.
Well, as long as he's good at bonking, that is the language that we all speak here.
Yeah.
Tyrus is just kind of staring forward at you guys, and he just kind of nods and grunts.
Okay, I mean, I had my hand out. I repeated myself.
For some reason, you keep cutting out. I can't hear what you're saying.
Oh, sorry. Let me see if I can do this. I've got my hand out, like I'm gonna try to shake your hand and like repeat myself. And like, hi, yeah, sorry. So used to common. Anyway, I'm Emery. It's nice to meet you.
To be clear, he does speak primitive, but not common. So he does pick up every other word. But like you two can speak fluently together.
Yeah.
Andrew?
So I see her holding her hands out, and like how dainty I'm imagining them being. I just kind of like hold my hand out, but it's only 2 fingers. So that's small enough you can grab a hold of it.
Like, yep.
I'm just like, I haven't heard the home tongue in a while.
Well, it's nice to speak it with someone else at this point. But anyway, I don't mean to distract everyone. What was this all about?
Well, you see here, well, Bull, this is his maiden voyage out of the homeland. And, I figured the 3 of you could guide him along and show him Lemoore. In return, you see here, Bull is none other than proud warrior of the Viven clan, I figured we would need a little bit more support, a little bit more better credentials if we were to be making our way through the woodlands. Especially if we have to make it to the Grey Glade in the hold of Leanne and Shay. Which is where I still have to go. Luckily, you guys agreed to accompany me at some other time. I understood that Emery had some stuff to do. I slept in and you guys were gone just like that. I'm impressed.
Yes,
You're
well,
very good at leaving.
you were sleeping in until like really late too. Let's be clear.
We were partying, celebrating. We had folks to mourn, and oh, speaking of which, I happened to get this before I left. And he pulls out from his bag this headdress of feathers that makes a sort of crown that kind of swoops back. He goes, I mean, you didn't even stick around for the trophies and the ceremony. That was gonna be great. Well, anyway,
Wretch is gonna walk forward and try to accept the hat.
he kind of like keeps talking and doing one of these, like keeping it out of reach, so to speak.
And I'm like, it's not very like grabby. It's like, well, clearly this is for me, I guess. But oh, thank you. I don't really know what this is. Like, I don't know what's going. It's not like give me.
So, just saying, since I still don't quite know what's going on, and I'm his bodyguard, so to speak, I kind of like start taking steps towards you to like shoo you away.
I pat your calf because I assume you're being friendly.
He didn't bring this kid with him.
I meant his muscle. It's a height difference. I'm very small.
I graciously accept my bird headdress.
Rothradine sends his regards, by the way.
That makes a lot more sense.
So the headdress, I just had its dress. So you might want to write this down.
Okay.
The headdress has 15 charges of glamour / invisibility. So it's a glamour-based invisibility. After those 15 charges, it needs to be recharged. Each charge can be spent to either give you a yellow die added to your stealth for 10 minutes. Sorry, for 10 minutes and plus 1 defense to your combat stats. So you spend 1 charge, you get an extra yellow die for all stealth checks, and you get an extra defense die. And this is stackable. So you can spend all 15 charges and get 15 yellow dice, so to speak. But then it's done in 10 minutes and it's no longer enchanted. It needs to be recharged.
Huh.
If you become detected while using it, you must re-hide before using it again. So if someone sees you, you will need to break line of sight, and then it'll continue, so to speak.
Okay.
Being wet, hitting something, or being hit while it is in use causes it to lose a charge. So if you were just wearing the helmet and you get hit by an attack, nothing's going to happen with it. But if you're using it and you like stab someone in the back with your glamour on, it'll turn off.
Okay.
All right.
What if it's a stealth-based attack?
Yep. It's like it shocks the person awake, like, oh, yeah, I see you, damn, sort of thing. So, and if you get hit while you're wearing it, it'll turn off temporarily as well. So, anyways, Now that we're all well rested, she goes, I could use a nap. I don't know about you, big guy, but I don't know. We could head out, say, this afternoon. Keep in mind, so he's saying that you guys obviously had plans in town. It's the start of the morning. For all intents and purposes, you are all well rested. You guys all get your story points. If you spend them, they don't go to me. You guys will just get all of your story points back at the start of the next session. So you get your 2 story points, and you guys just spend them at any point during this encounter and not worry about saving for next encounter or anything like that. The last time we left off, you guys were interested in doing some romping around town. Also, you have a lead, and we're interested in trying to find Wylan Buckham, the missing centaur from the Buckham homestead. You had a lead. The lead essentially being right here. Your lead is a ammo flyer, which is a research compound. And it says, wanted, equine hybrid patient for questioning and examination, 3 gold. Additional sums are available for client trials. And you guys you basically found, you guys went to ammo and you saw that there was a big line. And that's where we left off as far as your guys' recon.
All right.
And now, I will place the game in your guys' hands. Where do you go from?
I would prefer to go shopping before getting involved with ammo, but if everybody else is really gung-ho about it, we could go check out, because Dustin and I had gone there briefly, and when it looked like there was a long wait and it was going to be a whole ordeal, and Emery was waiting on us, we headed over, but we had briefly done some investigation into this.
Ammo?
Yes.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
So that was to do with the disease that Sarah encountered?
No, ammo. You guys were looking to figure out where Wylan went to Lemoore. The centaur went to Lemoore, and you guys never heard from him again. Sarah was talking to the place that does a lot of the ingredients and stuff, the exotic ingredients, and they were talking about the disease. You guys left after while she was talking about the disease, and you went in search of Wylan, and you found these flyers of this research compound being like, hey, we want a centaur to come in. And so you guys are like, well, let's go talk to these guys who posted the flyer.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
yeah. I would like to do... I think we should do some shopping, get some gear.
Yay, shopping.
Yeah, shopping!
Yay. Okay. I
Okay.
gotta pull up the shopping sheet. It's in the Discord.
Meanwhile, I will pull open the town map.
Alchemy, magic, gear. There's gear.
So right now, and this is predominantly for Andrew's reference, you guys are at number 10, the Scarab, which is the gang headquarters for the Natari bug people. Most shopping will occur over here, as that is the town market, where a lot of the people who come to this city stay while they wait for potential treatment or any sort of body modifications that they're looking for, which is the predominant trade of Lemoore. Shopping, honey.
Plastic surgery.
Plastic surgery.
I need to rebuy my backpack because mine burnt up, and I need to rebuy my bedroll.
Okay. Give me a streetwise check.
Oh no. Cunning? Okay.
The Association of Mutagenic Operations. That's what AMO stands for. So hard.
1 and 0.
1-0. Okay. Yeah. Your best luck is gonna be the market square. You can find basically a bunch of people peddling basic goods there through the Bushman's Market. Bushman's Market would have anyone selling any sort of foods, any sort of like people who would make ropes or linens. So bags would also be there.
Nice.
Based off of your terrible roll, though, it'll take you a good chunk of time to come up with just like to scrounge through and get basic supplies through the different market folks.
God damn it.
Okay, I'm gonna take this new guy under my wing, and I'm gonna explain the market to him like I know everything because I've been here like a day or two, a few weeks ago.
As you cross through the city, you're gonna come through large industrial
Hold on.
compounds. You're going to be going through.
As I said before, since Tyre still doesn't know what's going on, he's actually gonna intend to follow Wallaby to wherever he's taking his nap to stand guard.
he kind of slows down and he kind of speaks in the native tongue. He goes, No. These are French. I'm gonna go sleep. I don't need you for that. But they could show you around town just the way you like, just the way you want. So they're fine. Trust me. I have. They have protected my life in more than one situation. So situation, and they all got a morally sound compass too. So I wouldn't be too.
We haven't killed anybody who didn't deserve it yet.
I haven't seen you in a while.
By my reckoning. Anyways.
That Tyre just kind of looks back and forth between Wallaby and the group of people staring at him. He's like, okay.
I'll show you around. It'll be fun.
I didn't hear a word of that.
I'll show you around. It'll be fun.
So,
I still didn't hear a damn thing.
Oh man.
Can you hear me?
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I think it was just the internet connection was cutting out there for a second.
I thought it was.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you sure?
So, Emery, could you ask our new friend what's the weirdest thing he's killed?
That's a good icebreaker, I guess. Hi.
It's a bond among this group.
Yeah. Okay. I repeat the question to him. To you, I guess.
Yeah. I don't even know what I would have been fighting up to this point.
You could have fought a
Your
ton
inner
of
demons.
people, undead, animals.
All right,
You
so
could
what's
lie, too.
what's the common boogeyman that we deal with?
That would be humans.
Okay.
He's great.
And I just deadpan look at her, and I'm just like, I've killed a lot of humans.
Well, that's not great. Nothing more fun than that, huh?
I got this headdress from an invisible bird that we killed together. Cut his head in half with my sword.
See, that's cool. That's less, it was terrible, though.
I like how there was
yes.
And then
Very unpleasant experience.
upon it looks like I have a sudden realization, and looking at, goddamn, I keep wanting to call you Mallory. What is your name?
Emery.
Emery. Okay. And I look at Emery, talking to her like she should know. I'm like, I did see Cinder the other day, but he didn't look right.
You've seen Cinder. What does Cinder look like?
She's not from your woods. She's actually from.
I know. That's why I said it to her like she would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is like she's very surprised.
Yeah. What is
Yeah,
Cinder
well,
like?
he's a great bear.
Oh.
Bear? Is he smoky?
Was-
Is he what?
Oof.
Smoky! You know? Like, does he have a lot of... He's the Cinder.
Oh, no, but he had this black goo coming out of his orifices on his face.
Oh. Then that's not normal?
I don't think so.
Black? Ooh, huh?
I mean, it's not a common sight. I can't say a lot of people would know what he actually looks like.
Was it like this oily stuff?
Kind of, but I can't remember the encounter all too well.
As you guys narrate this, you walk through the heavy manufacturing area and past A and B Court, where there is literally toxic sludge drifting through the streets,
Ooh,
where
like
the
that.
stilts are up and over. Yeah. Giving
me
you
just a
plenty of
second
things
here.
to reference.
Yep, give me just a second.
Oh.
Best way I can describe it is just this sickly looking dark black ichor.
Oh. That kind of reminds me of some other things I've seen. Strange.
Wait, is Cinder the bear we witnessed his aftermath in the woods?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. I feel like we've met to Emery. I wouldn't know this conversation, but I hear Cinder and my ears perk up and I say that we've witnessed his aftermath before in the woodlands.
He's like really big.
And very strong. He killed some things. I don't know if you want to call them animals.
For general guidance on his size, a full-grown elephant would be about the size of a bear cub, like a young bear cub, in comparison to the full-grown size of Cinder.
Goodness.
Right. Big boy.
And
Yeah.
do you relay that what he said to me?
Yeah, assume I'm kind of assisting with translation. Just to
And Rex-
avoid repetition.
Rex, you're gone playing around and trying to find your goods, right?
Yep, I'm out shopping.
Okay.
I've been buying Rarity 1 materials like flint and steel and rope. Is that
That's
allowed?
fine. Yeah, you can find those basics at the Bushman Market.
Yeah.
I
I figured, but I thought I'd ask. No, there was a break in the conversation.
Yeah, just with your one streetwise success, you spend most of your morning going through basic materials and like trying to get over like the you know, there's some like hawking going on that you're not very good at, that sort of thing, and it's just like it's just a taxing time for you.
All right.
So after Emery relays that to me, I guess Josh, how long has it been since I emerged?
Well, you blacked out, but it's been a couple. It's been like maybe 2 weeks or so. So about 15 days, give or take, something along those lines.
All right, so I kind of get more serious and look at Emery, and I'm like, how long ago was this?
That's a good question.
Sorry, it would be probably closer to 6 or 7 days. If we're trying to match everything up with your guys' timeline.
Well, it would have been over like 10 days ago, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, at least over 10 days ago. Maybe
Creatures
more
that
than
you
that.
found, what did they look like?
They're kind of like a cat or a cougar or a man. I'm looking for like a
Give these
saber-toothed
descriptions.
tiger, but with some reptilian features. I think.
Do these descriptions match up with my party, Josh?
No.
They seemed like they were, like they came from somewhere else, like this gate into
These things were not.
Terror.
I hesitate to call them animals. Even they were so foreign and aberrant.
That could be possibly around the same timeline as when I saw him, but I definitely didn't see any of those creatures.
You were lucky. They were.
Yeah, they saw a hunter. He was keeping this thing over a fire, and I thought it was torture. I mean, it kind of was, but I watched this thing's flesh heal as soon as it turned away from the flames. It was bizarre and unsettling. I mean, even having killed rockmen and invisible birds and living trees,
As you say,
still not liking that one.
as you say, bizarre and unsettling. You walk.
Yeah.
A couple creatures walk past you guys. One is this heavy bellied humanoid, and the belly seems to have a zipper in the front of it, and it's propped up with a third leg. His gut is so big, like he's got a front leg that's kind of like holding it up and moving along.
What about that is humanoid?
He's got like it's like an ogre
Featherless biped.
who's had like some sort of metal leg built into and supporting this fat stomach that has this weird zipper on it. And he just kind of moseys past you guys, and behind him are two really long-necked individuals with rings going all the way up, supporting their heads. And those rings, for some reason, they look like they have something going on in between them. Like maybe there's more than just a fashion going on. But it's hard to make out what necessarily is going on as they walk past. You're just like shocked. Just the culture shock of this place is horrifying.
So after Emery says, "Oh, well, then you were lucky," I'm just kind of get a grimace on my face, and I'm like, I wouldn't call it lucky.
No?
My warp band started fighting each other the minute they saw Cinder.
Oh.
And as far as I know, I'm the only one that made it out. But I have no clue what happened.
And there was
Jesus, Emery. Could you be more insensitive?
You have my condolences.
and was there no reason for the fight other than it just seemed like Cinder?
We wanted to continue on our original mission. The other half wanted to raid and pillage.
Are you guys making your way to anywhere specific? Did you have shopping in mind, Emery?
Yeah, I was just gonna get some like basic like potions, like stamina or health potions.
Okay, give me a streetwise check while you're jaunting along.
Streetwear.
Question quick. Half of us wanted to head on our original mission. The other half suddenly became very seemingly bloodthirsty.
So, what woods is he from the woodlands?
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with the malaise of that place? Are you that fever that we were gripped with when we were traveling through it? Are you familiar with it?
Give
Okay.
me a. Okay, take a look at it. This would be a perception or a presence check. 1 second. Give me either a perception check. Actually, no. This would be a vigilance / awareness check.
Me?
No, Bull.
My name's Bull.
Action.
A vigilance check.
Hell is vigilance.
It should be in the far right, underneath general.
Oh, there it is. Ooh, this is going to be a great roll. 2 and 2.
You recall the fever of contention that was building within your warband. But that feeling almost is like it's like driving towards the sun. The sheer sight of it kind of blocks out much else, right? Like that those feelings make it hard to distinguish what was organic and what was extraordinary, so to speak. So
Right.
you'd have a hard time really knowing what he's talking about. Like you felt it in its intensity by Cinder, but
Yeah.
a
Well, I
general
guess the
malaise in
way.
the woodlands, it would be beyond your grasp.
So I guess the way I would describe that from my point of view is about the only fever I'm aware of was in the hours leading up to us seeing Cinder. It just seemed like everybody's blood started to boil the closer we got to him.
And you said that he was sick, like he was oozing from his face.
Correct.
So, sounds to me like whatever sickness is gripping this forest god is what is causing that malaise and that hunger. Because that was something that every one of us had to actively fight on our way through the woodlands. And it was affecting everyone. Emery had a lust for meat.
Don't eat meat. That's just... no need for that, you know? Suddenly I couldn't eat anything but...
And I look at her really confused, like, what's wrong with meat?
It's wriggling.
What else is there to eat?
There's vegetables and fruit and grains and
Legumes.
so many things.
I mean, we sometimes find nuts.
Nuts, yes, yes.
You mean these nuts?
Much better.
What did you get on your streetwise check?
3-2.
3-2? Okay. You know of a place that's across all of the town called the Twisted Tincture, but on your way across town, very close by, you see a rather large gentleman with a completely bald head, with kind of like really smaller legs than you would have expected with his large stature. He's probably similar to height as Bull and Ilya, except he's more like the shape of Kingpin, so to speak. And he's got this kind of like casual black ratty robe on, and you see him, but you see a couple Ratton are talking with him, and he passes some potions out from underneath his robe to these guys, and they hand him some coin, and he puts the coin in a small pouch inside his robe, and he hefts almost like a Santa Claus bag on a staff over his shoulder. The gentleman's got purple markings all up his skin and almost got pale blue eyes. And you hear, one look back and thanks for the business, Bitterroot, and he scampers off. This looks like someone you could buy potions from. This is Bitterroot's business as a wandering salesman of alchemical and smoke-like materials in the slums.
Oh, perfect. Excuse me, sir.
Actually, he looks like Groot, not Groot. Who's the guy? The evil guy with the minions from cartoons. He's got the minions,
Gru?
like literally the yellow minions. Is that
Oh, Gru?
Gru.
Yeah.
Gru? He looked a lot like Gru if he was a Duragar in this world, and so he kind of like looks over towards you with like just a deadpan expression.
Well, I don't suppose you have health potions and stamina potions?
For a price.
Well, yes, that's how things seem to work here. Don't worry, I do have coin. Now.
Khajiit has wares if you have coin.
I have potions that'll put a kick in your step. I have potions that'll set your sinuses back to normal. How much do you have?
Oh, I just need, like, one of each, just like one health potion, one stamina potion.
Well,
Oh.
if you're short on coin, I can certainly get you a cheaper one. But if you have the right coin, we can give you premium access as well. He kind of pulls out what looks to be a potion that's not dirty on the outside. It looks like he's got a lot of like high risk, high reward potions in here, but also some that are like the poor man's health potion and stuff like that.
Yeah, just like the. Can I look at the one that he's saying is premium / better?
Yeah, it looks like it's in a leaded glass, and it looks bright red. You want to give me an alchemy check?
Sure, am they allowed to do that with just an int? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. 1 success, 3 advantage.
It looks like something you buy right out of a shop as far as health potions go.
Okay, cool. Also, do you happen to have any filigree moss?
Cool, isn't you're gonna grab it?
Yes.
Okay. 50 silver, he says.
50 silver for the health potion?
Yes.
Oh, that seems... are you sure it's not closer to 25?
I mean, I have others. I could sell you 2 of these. And he pulls out some dirtier looking ones. 2 of these for 25 silver. But this is rare. This is fine things. You have to bottle it specifically from pipe number 17. And he points up towards a pipe that is coming out of the Ammo Corporation's facility that is like, it looks like it would be really hard to get to without contracting syphilis or falling to your death.
That's where you get these. Put a pin in that. Do you have any filigree moss?
Kind of stops and, as a matter of fact, I do. He kind of takes the potions and sets them aside. Go ahead and give me a streetwise check.
Streetwise, that thing I'm good at. Ooh. I had to just have the confidence. That's 4 success.
Let's go.
Continue to roll.
Continue to roll. 1 success and
Roll
1
again.
advantage. 2 and 1.
Okay, he has at least 15 feathered filigree moss. He pulls out a small, essentially a rather light. It's like a gallon bag, and it's 5 silver per. Anyways.
Okay, so Insomnium, the tree guy, wanted the filigree moss.
Mm-hmm. It's 5 silver per unit here, and it's 10 silver from Insomnium. So if you buy them here and then move them there, you'll get 5 silver for every single one You will net 5 silver for every single one that you bring back.
Okay. 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 Phosphor and some.
And to be clear, as far as encumbrance goes, every 100 ingredients is an encumbrance.
Okay. Can I buy 10? So that'd be 50.
Yeah.
Did he have any less sketchy looking stamina potions?
Give me a streetwise check.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Make everybody 2 and 2.
Yeah, he's got one decent. Actually, he's got 2 decent stamina potions. They'd be just your standard ones right now.
Are they the 50?
Yep.
Okay. I will buy a stamina potion.
Okay. Can you roll me a d4? You just bought 1?
Yep. That's right. 4.
When you drink it, you get 4 boost dice to your next check as well.
Okay. Awesome. I'm not going to buy health potions from him because that's sketch. After I found out where it came from, that doesn't seem organic, so...
Alright.
He's really into recycling.
He's really into recycling. Okay, sorry for my derail.
Wretch, at this point, how is there anything else that you would like to look for in town?
Plate mail.
Plate mail. All right, give me a streetwise check if you would.
Cunning, 2 dice. Okay. 2 and 1.
Okay. Going around through, you eventually come across a place by the name of, I think it's Harlan's Armor. Stornholt's Arms and Armor. You have to cross the river into the main market district from Bushman's Farms Market, and from there you see this sign, and it's a very well made facility. But it's a medium size, and inside you hear the beating of a hammer. Going in through the front door, you find yourself at a counter with tons of goods. There's even dummies set up with full suits of armor in place, and by the forge in the far back, but still it's like far to the left is this forge set up almost like so that way people can see him work, but it's also out of the way. The door has a ringer on that goes off, and the guy looks over his shoulder towards you. You see that his left arm and his left leg are both made of what appears to be gold or bronze, with intricate weaves of runes on them. He has a metal arm and a metal leg from that side, and it's this large Jotun. He's an average-sized Jotun, so very, very pale blue skin, much closer to a white with a sky-touched blue to it. Kind of looks over. Arms and Armor. Welcome. Go ahead and just have yourself a look around. And he gets back to work.
I need... Wait, no. There we go. I need your finest plate mail, sir.
Oof. Finest plate that fits you, yeah? Kind of walks over and kind of runs his flesh hand across some of the suits as he walks by, and you see that he's got fantastic armor here. Kind of looks at you. Well, certainly you're looking for an upgrade. Question is what are you looking to spend?
I have 5,000 silver, and I'm looking to spend 4,500 of it.
4,500 silver. Well, we can
4,500 silver.
we can
Wait, hold on.
certainly make some alterations to one of these moderate pieces of armor here. Get it to fit you just right for that price. I'm sorry, but the price of some of my best armor in this place is well beyond that measure. But we'll get you something that is certainly an improvement.
Understood.
How much should we net from those ingots?
I got 50 gold.
Whoa.
Okay.
You guys
And I
divvied out the
got-
money. I'm not sure how that ended.
I've got 3 gold.
What the hell?
You might not have split it up.
Justin, what money do you have?
I had half of whatever you got because you took 2 ingots and I took 1.
So I'm pretty sure he gave you guys half in each one. So like it was gonna be 100 for. So you should have 25 gold.
I should?
Yeah.
No,
'cause I don't
So
think.
if there's 3 ingots at half price, you'd have the 50 and he'd have 25.
Okay, so 50's legit.
Yeah.
You're only going.
Let's go.
So that's 2,500 silver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I get for not having any room in my pockets.
You
Okay,
want
that
to
changes the
share
calculus
with Emery.
A tiny hair.
All right. Emery, you can have 25 gold. Let's go.
Oh.
All right, so never mind. I said to him, I have 2,000 gold to spend. Not 2,000 gold, sorry. 2,000 silver to spend. We are rewinding that one, so I never said 4,000.
Okay. For 1,000, you can get standard plate. That's clanky. It would have 2 hard points though, and you could spend some of those hard points for an upgrade.
Do it!
Hard points fit on his body.
I'm going to need you to tell me what you'd like, and then you're going to do a streetwise check. If you roll high, he'll have something in store ready for you. Otherwise, you'll need to make it, or you'll need to alter something that's already there.
Gotcha. Taking a look around. The plate has +2 soak, +1 defense, 2 hard points, clanky. Okay. Is plate gonna interfere with my magic?
No, because you have Earth Mage.
Goddamn right I do. Okay. I was looking at the armor attachments. Is that all that is available?
No, that is not even close. That's just a brain teaser.
Okay. Then I don't know. Additional soaker defense is fine. Spikes doesn't really fit with Wretch's whole dick.
No, but
Can I have something that would make it harder to knock me down?
harder to knock you down? Yeah, you could have it like where a lot of the you could how much? You want to like be immune to the knockdown condition, which would keep weapons from proccing it to you. But it would, like if you trip, you would trip. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When staggered or disoriented, perform daunting discipline. Okay, so I have nothing that stops me from getting knocked down right now. Yeah, something that would stop weapons from applying it to me.
Okay, yeah.
Not like-
I mean,
yeah,
we could
I
easily
agree.
say
If I
something
trip,
along
I
the
trip.
lines of like, the armor has like deflection in it, kind of almost like a kettle helmet, where it's what's that? Katarina helmet or whatever. So it's like you hit it one side and it goes like this instead of actually like pushing the applying all of the force to you.
Yeah.
I would say for that we could do. I would say probably you could do 2 hard points and 500 silver.
Okay, and that just
500
stops me from getting.
more, so it's 1,500 in both hard points. Or it would be 1 hard point and 800 silver for that.
And that deflection just makes it harder to knock me down.
Immune to knockdown.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do the 1 hard point and 800.
Okay. And now roll Streetwise to see if he has it available right now.
Okay, let me check my talents, see if I have a reroll. Nope.
You have 2 story points, which you can spend beforehand to upgrade checks.
I'm going to spend a story point to point at a greave. Greave, right? Yeah, this thing covers your shin. I'm going to point at a greave and say, that looks like it could be a good, like, chest piece that would deflect it's like some of the, what we were just talking about, like deflect some of the force. That could be good. It's about my size. Do you accept?
Yep.
All right. And that makes me upgrade a green to a yellow?
Yes. No, yes. Yes, it does.
Okay. Then let's do this. Yellow and a green. All right. 1 success, 3 advantage.
Oh. It's kind of, you're a little bit bigger than that, though. Well, how about you give yourself some credence where it's due? I'll get you set up just right, but let me make sure that we don't patch this work together. You got good money, good coin that you're spending on. Tell you what, though, you get this armor set back on you here. I'll have it by tomorrow.
Let's go. Thank you. You're the nicest Mr. Sir I've ever met.
Well, you're a nice pastor of Dahlia's folk.
Goddamn right.
While all this is happening, you just kind of see Tyre standing over in the corner looking at the two-handed weapons, just kind of drooling.
Oh,
And you can see him like pawing his coin pouch, but there's like absolutely no noise coming from it.
It's just empty.
Just a low whistling noise.
So you guys are meandering through the markets, and ironically, Bull's attention goes like over to the painting from the smithy, and he sees all these axes set out, and like he just like walks that way as you see Wretch coming out of the facility. Then,
Quick question: do I still have Clanky too?
the armor would still have planking too.
All right, I'm just writing
Can
down
I
all my stats.
upgrade my shield?
You can get it. I think it has 1 or 2 hard points. You can get it upgraded, or you can buy a new one.
Where is my shield? Yeah, it's a large shield. Melee. Okay. Where do I see that it has... You said hard point?
Yeah, it's HP.
Oh! Okay. Yeah, I don't see that anywhere.
Standard large shield does have hard points. I'm just gotta find shield on here.
Oh, I'm not... what's the word?
Bulwark shield, probably. Should have 2 hard points.
Is that under armor?
It's in weapons.
Ah. Shield?
There's shield, and then there's bulwark shield, which is large shield.
Yeah, I think I'll get myself a bulwark shield.
Oh, I thought you already had it. You're going from a large shield to a bulwark. Got it.
Hold
give
on,
me...
before I...
I'm gonna grab a drink, BRB.
So the only difference between the bulwark shield and my current one is an extra point of deflection.
And an extra point of defense. So it will give you essentially a black die for ranged attacks, and a black die, an extra black die for ranged attacks, and an extra black die for melee attacks.
Okay.
Because
so I'm
the
gonna
one
go
that you
with
have right
the-
now gives you 1 of each, or does it give you 2 of each?
Okay, so I'll add 1 to my defense. No, that's not one.
So now you should have 2 for your shield and 2 for your agility.
Yeah. That is 280 off of my silver. My dad says hi, by the way.
Hello.
Hey, hello back.
And for the sake of brevity, we'll say Stornholt gets you all set up with that.
Okay. So what does the reinforced aspect do?
Reinforced means that it can't take damage from like when, like if it were to get hit with something that would do damage to equipment, it's immune to that, just like how your sword is.
Okay.
I have.
Have the cheat sheet. Because the cheat sheet lists a lot of what the description of item qualities is.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Should be on there.
Yeah, take a look at that.
Sorry, I have another thing I want to try to buy, especially since we just were by the armory thing. Can I? I happen to see a stunning spear.
Stunning spear.
Yep.
What would it be? What would a stunning spear be?
It's on the list of equipment here. It says an accurate 1, disorient 1, and stun damage, and 600.
It's just for FYI, the list of weapons that are in here, some of them are for like futuristic sci-fi stuff. So
Okay.
like, just I've tried to cull some of that, but I'm just like, instead of like trying to invent what a stunning spear is, like if you have ideas thematically for how that would work, just let me know.
Oh.
I assume on the list it's got an electrical property. It's like a shock baton.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. I don't have anything other than it could be enchanted, but if that's not something I can get, that's fine. I just
It could have a weighted. It could have a weighted haft that you can use as like a pommel.
Yeah, it's more of like a policeman's baton in that sense, where you whack someone with it and it like rings their bell, so to speak. Yeah. Oh, it's too like it's almost made from like a rubber. You know, it's got extra bend to it, where it whap and cracks them.
I'm gonna want my. That's not thematically what I want it to look like when I hit them with my spear.
No, there's certain not like floppy. What I'm
That's
saying
what
is
it sounded like.
I also heard as floppy, and I was like, oh,
Big
all right.
no, there's certain woods out there that have
cylinder.
like bamboos, very bendy, so to speak, because you can bend it.
And then you see you're like slapping them with the spear instead of stabbing.
Well,
It's a
yeah,
fucking
it just wouldn't be a
noodle.
spear; it would be a staff.
Or it's got like a lead ball on the end of it instead of a spearhead.
Yeah, because like you're not gonna. If it's a spear, you're gonna stab things, and that's gonna do real damage. You know, that's
Okay.
like.
All right. Sure. I don't know what to call it then, but you know.
Okay, give me a streetwise check for.
I guess it would be a staff instead of a spear.
Just a
Yeah.
staff, yeah.
3 success, 1 advantage.
Okay. You can get a staff and just put stun damage at the end of it.
Okay.
And that's gonna be 40 silver.
40 silver.
Yeah.
Can I just exchange that my existing spear that I have for that? Its innate value was 110, but it
That's
also
fine.
is broken.
How broken is it?
Well, I mean, it had 1 point of damage on it.
Yeah, that's
So-
fine. Yep.
Gosh, I forget if a weapon has qualities, do you have to proc utility for them to activate?
No. The utility trait allows you to almost automatically guarantee if you have a success that you're gonna get to use those. You do need 2 advantage to proc most traits. Some of them, not so much. Defensive, automatic. Reinforced, automatic.
So if it's got a trait that is a value of 3, would it take 3 advantage to activate it? Is that how that works?
That's the magnitude of its effect. So, like, if you look at the very top, Cestus has Disorient 3. That means that when you spend 2 advantage on a hit with the Cestus, the person gets 3 black dice to their next check because you rung their bell.
Okay. Next question, because this applies to my weapon. If it has 3 quality traits that would activate not an attack, would I need 6 advantage to activate all 3?
Correct.
Okay, so I have to pick and choose which one activates.
Correct. Which ones do you have on your weapon?
I've got Pierce 2 and Vicious 1, and then the added ability of Blast 3 due to one of my skills.
Pierce 2 is automatic. Vicious 1 is automatic. You don't have to spend advantage on those 2.
Okay, so I'd have to spend advantage to proc the Blast then.
Correct.
Wait, did you say that this weapon in here is 600?
Which one?
The stunning spear.
A standard staff is $40, and it does real damage. We're just swapping out real damage for strain damage.
Oh, okay, so wait, I need to look at the staff stats instead of... Oh. Oh, that's not as easy of a trade as what I thought I was doing.
All right. So as you guys finish up that, you guys reconnoiter here at Stornholt's Arms and Armor. What do you guys do next?
I still had other stuff I wanted to buy, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think I'd like to get some healing potions.
Am I not good enough for you?
Sometimes you're busy bonking, you know?
Ilya, would you like to have done that with Bitterroot as Emery was talking to him?
Yes.
Okay. And you're looking for standard healing potions?
Um,
Or there's other things like salves and stuff like that that you could try. Just give me a streetwise check and we'll see what he has in store.
I have a point in that. One success, 3 advantage.
Okay. Talking to him, he goes, no health potions left, except for this fine one here. He pulls out the one that he showed Emery. However, I do also have some salves.
Let's see here.
So you can go cheap or you can go expensive. Are your 2 options.
It's a salve.
Yeah, the salve would be
Where
the
is
cheap.
it listed? I mean,
It's not going to be listed.
okay. Why did Emery turn down the other one again?
She just wasn't comfortable with the way he pointed to some weird pipe
Yeah,
70 feet in the air as where he might have collected the materials from.
Vicious. How much does the salve cost, and how much does it heal per unit?
Oh, the salve is I can give you each of them for 10 silver apiece. It takes a little time for them to kick in, but they'll knit together some significant bruises and lacerations. So it is one. It heals one every round for 5 rounds. So that's how those ones will work. And they're 10 silver apiece.
I'll take 5 of them.
I have 2.
I'll take 2 of them.
Okay. He kind of hands those out to you. I also have these, and he runs around in a second, pulls out two vials that look to be kind of this glass that looks to be a bit burnt on the outside, and there appears to be it's a green glass, so it's hard to see the color of the liquids on the inside. Each of these run you about 20 silver apiece. They sure will keep you awake. Keep you healthy.
Could you quantify that a little bit?
I mean, they're not gonna keep your arm. They're not gonna stitch your arm back together. But I've seen some folks who are pretty ill on their plight, and this got them from being enfeebled to make it all the way to the top of the mountain and to the to Brother Olog's Institute of Medicine, where they promptly keeled over, or seemed to.
I think I'll pass on those.
You can do an alchemy check if you'd like to try to discern some of it, but yeah. Otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, I'd basically be guessing at that point.
Yeah. And then he still has the fancier potion available for 50 silver. Are you gonna pass on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the stamina elixir says that it diminishes.
Excuse me?
In the gear, there's a stamina elixir that regains 5 strain. It says that it diminishes.
If you were to
Every
drink
time
a
you use it,
second
it does
one,
less.
Yeah, all that same thing with the health potions. When you stack them repeatedly, they're less effective.
Okay.
so like the second one you do does 4 instead of 3, or instead of 5.
Yeah.
3
Next
instead.
one,
Okay,
3.
I get
Yeah.
it. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll take 2. Where'd they go? 2 of those stamina elixirs if he's got some.
Give me a streetwise check.
Hold on, the roller's gotta load again.
Can you play something like D&D and not have physical dice?
2 success. I do have
Dice.
D&D dice somewheres, but I don't have any Genesis dice.
Yeah.
They're hard to
Two
find now.
success.
He goes, I have 2. And he hands you, it looked like a salt shaker with a twist cap. There's two glass ones, and it's full of, he goes, take this. It's got, so he hands you one, and it's got 2 doses in it. He goes, what you're gonna need to do, pop the cap, inhale sharply, both nostrils.
Okay.
So that's gonna be 25 silver, 50 silver total for the one bottle. That's 2 doses.
Okay.
So that will heal you 5 stamina. Sorry, it'll heal you 6 stamina but it'll do you 1 damage.
Deal me 1 damage?
Yes.
Okay. I think I'm good on potions then.
Okay.
I'm sorry to keep asking for things.
No, we're shopping. What's up?
I would like either to see if there is a what's the bottomless bag thing called?
A bag of holding.
Bag of holding or a haversack, because I keep having no more room on my person for all the things I want to pick up.
Okay. We just lose Dustin and the map. Oh. Strange. I don't see Dustin's. Sorry, no, I don't see Austin's symbol on the map.
Austin.
There he is. He's back. A bag of holding is going to be pretty. It's going to be a lot harder to find than just any normal haversack. Just so you know.
I know.
Okay, is that what you're going to try to look for?
I mean, I'm looking for either, I guess. You know, what?
Okay, let's try to do the. Let's do a normal haversack first. Streetwise check.
1 and 1.
Those are really easy to find. You are able to find one. Now give me the other. Give me a check for the bag of holding.
1 and 2.
Looking around, you hear that there's probably a store up in the ritzier part of town that might sell them, but it's kind of out of the way.
Is it closer to Onyx territory too?
Yes.
Ooh, nope. We'll just have a haversack.
It is in the area. It's in the land of the posh.
I can have both a haversack and a backpack, right? I feel like that's...
I would allow it at diminish of 1 encumbrance threshold for it, because it's going to be more and more bags on your person.
The bag in the bag.
Okay.
You know it can carry a shit ton of things.
A mule.
A mule.
You're right.
Wretch did not get Edgar because it was fun. Wretch got Edgar because I had a bunch of shit to carry.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
do.
not right.
Not a lot you can carry on your person.
Where do you guys get rich enough? You can actually have a squire.
At hearing mule and you guys like discussing being able to carry things, Tyrus just kind of looks at you guys and like fills his pockets, so to speak, up with his hands, like, I'm not carrying your shit.
Carrying nothing.
Yeah, this is the first time you've really seen like a market and people shopping before too, and it's kind of this strange, like, weird world where people are haggling with each other, and there's all of these strange humanoids walking through.
If you want anything, by the way, I mean, we could do an IOU too. I know you're new here, but this coin here, I didn't have a lot of this before either, but apparently they really like this stuff. And this is kind of what they use to, you know, trade instead of, you know, actual tangible things. Just these stupid shiny coins. So if you want some, let me know.
I look at her kind of like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I know what money is.
Money would be really... it would be a vague concept, like, you'd be aware of it. But
I understand trading.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Pretending that you don't understand trading, I do like that it was well intentioned, but like, you who don't understand about money, how do you feel about debt right away?
You've got a great credit record, like, you know, no one's gonna trust you.
Issuing credit cards,
yeah,
right?
No one's gonna trust you until, you know, you owe somebody money.
I guess with her offering that, and I'm still standing at the weapons, drooling over them, I'm gonna ask her to translate for me with the shop guy if need be.
Just like pulling an axe off of the rack, like, you'll take care of this.
That you'll owe
No,
me.
I actually pull mine off my back, and I stand facing the blacksmith.
Yeah, the blacksmith
and I'm, like,
has come
running.
out, and he's not smithing anymore. He's just out. Like, can I help you guys? And like, amongst you at this point.
And I'm like running my hand up and down the shaft, and I'm like, I want to add something to this that will make it better for defense. I'd like to see if I could add like defense 1 or 2 to it.
Defense 1 or 2. He kind of looks at it. Well, what you got there? And he kind of looks at you, seeing you struggle with language. He actually transitions into more primitive speech. It's not quite the speech of the woodlands, but it's much more up your alley. It's got more of a gravelly nature to it.
So it's like the difference between Spanish in Spain and Spanish in Mexico.
Yeah, I would say it's like the difference between like Gaelic English and Asian English. It's still English, but there's some weird things going on in the mouth. So he kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, there is a weapon of death. Surely we can do something to help minimize potential of putting yourselves at risk, but maybe I could add a little bit of reach to it, or we could maybe..." Kind of looking at it. "Give me a time or two, maybe I can think of something. But first, I've got to be working with your friend, your rattan friend there, has asked for a particular set of armor. I'll be working on that for quite a while into the evening here. Won't have it ready until the morning. It'll take me some time to think about what to do with the axe to give you a little bit more comfort wielding it. But, or do you have any ideas on what that would thematically come out as? He can do it.
It'd basically be like some kind of like iron banding or something along the haft of it. Just so it can better be held out in front of me to block weapons.
Yeah, I mean, that would be more of like the reinforced trait for the weapon, which would give it immunity to taking damage, right, or breaking.
Well, I'm trying to up my defense.
Right, you'd be better off trying to get more armor on your, like, I'm trying to picture like a crossguard on a battle axe that just doesn't work.
I was trying to decide between the Great Maul and the Great Axe, and I went with the Great Axe because of the Pierce, but the Great Maul has defensive 1 on it.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to get back from going with the Axe.
Yeah, he goes, "Tell you what, we can put a bastard, what's that? Oh, not a tank. We can put a bastard cross arm in the middle. That should be able to give you opportunity to choke up, but for the most part, when you're swinging for the fences, you'd still have something to be able to keep the knuckles safe. Would that do you fancy?"
Would that be defensive 1 then?
Yeah, it'd be a defensive 1, and it would require 1 of your hard points, and that would be 400 silver.
Have to keep it for?
What was that?
How long would you have to keep it for?
Well, we could probably have it fixed and figured by the afternoon. Shouldn't take you too long to hammer that in place.
Today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow afternoon.
I kind of think about it, and I'm like, I'll be naked without it.
Well, I wouldn't be needing it until the morn. I'm going to be working all day on that very customed piece of armor. So he won't need it until
just keep blaming me. It feels good.
Is this the only smithy in this area, or is there another one?
There are, but this is by far, like, if you want any sort of weapons customization, this is where you're gonna go, unless you need magical enchantment, which is the other route that you could go to get defensive qualities on your axe.
I just kind of say, Well, I'll think about it, and I may drop it off tonight then.
Oh, sure. Well, have fun with it. Say, you guys look a bit arms to the teeth. What is it you even do around here?
Bonk.
Rat catching?
I remember my days as a... he kind of slips back into common. I remember my days back adventuring. You got the smell on you. Well, good luck.
Yeah.
And probably prudent that you get that crossed arm sooner than later. He kind of pats Bull on the arm and goes back into this shop. Are you guys going shopping?
I'm good.
I think you'll get what I need.
I'm good.
Okay, and you got 500 silver for Bull.
If he's gonna drop his stuff off or not, he said maybe.
He'll drop it off tonight or something.
Okay,
How much is 500 silver? 500 silver, is that 1,000 silver? Or what? 500
gold.
silver, is that 1 gold? Or okay, that's 5 gold.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. Then yeah, okay.
Jesus Christ, that costs more than the fucking axe did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the way, like, the cost of weapons, like, in quality is exponential. Like, it's very
Yeah.
cheap to get things that'll work, and then in order to get them, like, notches higher, it gets steep very quickly.
Also, can I say that Emery talking to Ball about, do you know how money works? So he's like, oh, I know how money works, and starts stroking his weapon while walking towards the armor. I was like, how is it gonna go exactly?
That's very fair.
So, you guys all reconnoiter what's going on.
I heard.
Okay. But can I get specific with that, or what are we doing?
Well, like here and
Just
here.
what do you hurt? Not how do you hurt, but what do you hurt?
Do you need specific healing or more general? Are you suffering from blood loss or a broken arm? Help me out here.
Well, there's this bump on my head that makes me feel like I'm less than not working so good. And also,
Shards
I'm
of
still
glass are falling
bleeding.
through that window.
everywhere.
Yeah, I got a negative
probably-
5 to my strain.
Should have cleaned this up before we went shopping.
Did you?
It makes you look tough.
Why are
Just
you
because
people
it-
both close to dead?
Did
All
you
right,
guys
so just
do your
because a
short-
culture shock, and to be honest, Bull isn't that intelligent. He kind of looks Emery over and he's like, "That's your horn." Because you're rubbing your head near your horn. I'm just like, "That's just your horn.
Like that.
That's perfectly normal."
That's
And then
like
you
a
being
hard
covered
one.
in blood. He's used to being covered in blood, so he doesn't even realize it's your blood. He just thinks it's blood. He's like, "Just take a bath."
Yeah, it's lots of little glass cuts.
There's a river right there.
Yeah.
Well,
It's actually a sewer line.
Yeah,
I added green flex to it for a reason.
you might walk away with some extra horns if you bathe in that river.
no thank you.
All right, I will attempt. Does Ilya need the crit healing too, or are you good on crits? You're just taking a lot of damage.
I
So-
believe that I need some crit healings. I have I got a -5 to my strength threshold.
Woo!
Did any of these crits get tested in our last session?
No.
No, because I have notes about when I miss one.
Okay, did you guys...
And I don't remember. You guys basically like jumped out of the window and then went and traded your gold for money, and that was about all you did after the event.
Yeah, I still had it on my sheet to say that we needed to do healing and stuff.
Okay, so you guys still have to do your short rests and heal for all of that too. And then consume 1 food and heal damage for that as well.
All right, can we buy lunch and look for a nice, like, I know this city is a shit. This city is a shithole, but
Shitty is a shithole.
is looking at this numbered grid, where would it be most likely to find something resembling a park?
A park? Oh boy.
Hospital.
Or like a common place where it's not in the way to
Oh,
take
yeah.
a fucking second.
Yeah, there's like you can take a second over. Like there's like food places set up that are like outside on like wooden patios, etc. There's gardens up in the ritzy part of town. There's gardens over here in the Chettle Corporation, like botanical gardens full of herbs and stuff like that. But yeah, you're probably there's like a place to have like a tankard outside in the guest district.
I'm gonna buy some tacos, have some tacos with my friends, and in between tacos, I am going to call upon Dahlia 4 fucking times.
You you chill out in it's called the Cocoon. It's one of the nicer inns. There's a huge patio outside that you guys stay at, and manage to work up drinks, etc.
All right, let's do this shit.
Oh,
Main
As you're
mendings.
calling on Dahlia, what do I see?
I'm talking softly to her as if she is standing right next to me and like asking her about her day and stuff and saying, hey, like, oh, hey, could you take a look at this? Oh, thanks. As it, like, let's say Emery has a shattered elbow, like her arm is bending the wrong way. I'd be like talking to Dahlia about like her kids and how's life going. Oh, hey, can you take a look at this? Thanks. And then like, if the arm magically fixes itself, I thank her, and if it doesn't, then I'm like, you tried your best. It was a good shot. It's a pretty tricky one. And then keep going.
Is there anything visual happening? Like glowing, anything like that?
Yeah, plenty of glowing.
Yeah, there's a lot of glam and glitz to it. Dahlia is the goddess of beauty, like very envious type, and so she heals out of unsightliness.
As that's just in the background, as that's happening, I'm just like going wide-eyed and squinting over and over again, and I finally turn to Emery and I'm like, who is he talking to?
There's the lady in the sky.
What is going on here?
She helps a lot, though. She does a lot of healing. You'll see. Just look. It's very useful.
Josh, I need a hard difficulty roll from you to test Emery's crit.
3 failure, 1 threat.
Okay, I change one of my advantage to success, and then I get 4 success, a triumph, and 2 advantage.
All right. So with the triumph, you can either reduce the difficulty of the next crit that you check, or you can have her heal 3 extra damage.
I'm gonna heal all of her damage with my next thing, guaranteed, no matter what. So we're just gonna let it roll, Vegas style, and make the next one easier.
Okay.
Coming at you, Dustin. Now, what's wrong with you?
I've got an extra. I got a lowered strain threshold.
Yeah, but like, what's physically wrong with you? Like, make something up.
I feel like when the Rock Man beat the shit out of me against the floor, I feel like I got like a hit to my spine, so there's just a dull ache all over my body, and it's almost like my body can't even think hard enough about moving, so everything just feels much, much more difficult, and I just don't have the endurance that I used to.
Just fractured vertebrae and ribs.
Like a herniated disc.
I still killed him.
Okay, so I rolled a 4 and 2, and this is a moderate check because I got that thing.
2 failure.
Okay, so I'm looking at your back. I'm like, yeah? Did you try the cinnamon bread? It's really good, isn't it? Here? Hit him here? Okay. And I like punch him in the back with like no fucking warning, and there's a loud pop, but then you feel totally fine.
Thank you.
You can recover 1 strain with the 2 uncancelled threat, buddy.
Yeah.
Shouldn't I
And
feel
with
my
that,
strain myself,
Tyre's just
though?
like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, Emery hasn't explained anything.
Wait, did we heal our strain when we slept?
You should have held your strain when you
all of it.
slept night wounds.
And if
Okay.
you're doing your hot meal as your lunch today, you can spend 2 silver here at this inn to get 1 extra healing. And use a hot meal instead of a ration. So they had sell them for 2 silver here.
Okay. And then I need, from Josh, I'm going to need 2 average checks.
1 failure, 2 threat.
1 and 2. Okay. So then on the first one, I got 5 and 1 for Emery. And then the second one, I got
3 and 1.
6 flat.
3 and 1.
3 and 1?
Yep.
Okay.
So with the
So
ones,
the
with
first one, there was a net 4, and the second one, there was a net 3.
and I'll have you suffer 2 extra strength with the threat.
That's fine, but I gotta do math first.
Go
So
grab a drink.
4 and a 3. So Emery heals 10.
Woo!
Ilya heals 8.
Thank you.
And then I take 6 strain, because 2, 2, and the extra 2. Alright, I'm at 9 out of 15 strain.
Tyre's is just sitting here, like, watching your guys' like wounds disappear and shit, and he's just like, what the fuck?
I told you it's pretty neat, huh?
We killed an invisible bird in your forest. So I feel like this should be a little mundane.
I eat the rest of my tacos in peace.
Yeah, you go ahead and take a breather, buddy. Thank you so much.
I'm just like tacos.
Yeah.
Nibbling down my little tacos. Yum, yum, yum.
Nom nom nom.
And then Josh's gonna tell me that these tacos are made out of people or some shit, but oh well.
Yep. What can you do? So
Fucking tacos always made out of people.
So are we looking for after that centaur guy now? Do you think, or
Yeah, we should probably go find that guy. Ilya and I did some poking around ammo. The lines were moving real slow, but nothing seemed particularly off. I don't think. Or was it? Ilya, was anything spooky and bad, or was something going right for once?
Ammo?
Yeah.
I don't remember anything spooky going on. I remember us
Alright.
not knowing what was going on because of the lines that you mentioned. We just decided that whatever Emery was doing was more pressing.
Yeah.
bureaucracy is pretty spooky. Long ass lines like you're in the airport are pretty spooky.
Yeah,
Especially our group.
I got a security check on the way out of Corpus Christi. A meatball-shaped Mexican man fondled my nuts because the scanner told them that there was something dangerous there. So I have no love in my heart for bureaucracy and long lines.
Well, don't worry, it's about to be the same thing at ammo.
Will my nuts get fondled though?
Maybe.
If you're lucky.
Oh, wow. I have to check
Wow.
my charisma score.
Okay, sounds like you guys are headed to Amon. Huh?
Yep.
Alright.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so you guys head through the manufacturing district and into what would be like middle lower class of this area. Clay buildings set up on stilts. Relatively clean for this place anyways. And eventually you come to, I mean, the lines end into the streets, so to speak, for this place. So like you come in, you enter a line before you can actually like see the door. You're like wrapped around and into the next alley, so to speak. But you can see this 2-story building And next to this 2-story building is a 3-story abutment. And it appears to have some stuff growing on the second story roof with access, etc., and some smokestacks nearby, servicing what appears to be some sort of heavy equipment that is underneath of these buildings, since everything is up on stilts. Some heavy diesel engine machines. And yeah, you stand in line. How long do you want to stand in line for?
As we're standing in line, I just give Bull like this quick, like, okay, so we're here because we heard a while back that there was this missing centaur and that he came to Lemoore. So if you see any centaurs around, just keep your eyes peeled for a boy centaur, okay? We think he's here because of this. Horseman. You know? Half man, half horse. Yeah.
It's human.
All killing machine.
Like half human, half horse, you know? Like top part, like torso up, human. Torso down, horse.
After about 3 hours,
And that is a long description. After 3 hours of that description, trying to tell...
you finally make it to the doors. And you open up the doors, and it's like entering the DMV. It's just a lattice of more waiting. And you hear from people, this is kind of how it is, because AMMO, the Association of Mutagenic Operations, is more or less like the pro bono scientists. They do a lot of like free free operations in exchange for being able to do research on these guys that they're helping out. And so a lot of people are coming here to like fix mistakes from like back van surgery that they may have gotten, etc. And they're just looking for someone to help them. And so that's why this is so goddamn hard. But just as when you think that they might start kicking people out, you finally get to the front. And as a couple of the lines start getting shut down, someone says, "Next! Last one for the day!" And you are let in. At the front
I guess
of this
that's me, huh?
counter, you see this thinner gentleman. Appears to be dog-like in facial features. Very, very dark brown hair and kind of like half-bitten, pointed, kind of like cropped-looking ears. And he almost has like patchy fur. He kind of looks at you and goes, "What is the guy can help you with?"
So, we are looking for a centaur who came to town answering an advertisement. His name is Wyndham Buckhorn?
Wylam?
Wyland?
Buckham?
Buckham.
One more time?
Wylan Buckham.
Wyland Buckham.
Buckham.
Where did I get Wyndham Buckhorn? Wyland Buckham. That sound familiar to you? Do we know who to talk to about that ad? How we can get in touch with them?
And kind of goes, "Well," he goes, "Do you want me to put you in touch with the folks who put out this ad, or do you want me to look for a Wyland Buckham in our registry?" And he just
Would a
gives you this
Wyland...
really tired look.
Well, would a Wyland... Would he be required to put down his information when he signs up for an experiment or answers an ad?
Yes.
I mean, probably, right?
I would think that's the implication of you asking that.
Well, if you're asking if someone's come in and about this and then left, I don't have that information. I can ask the folks who are putting out this petition if they've seen a Wyland come through, which point I'm going to have to go and bother the doctors, or I can go to records and I can see if there was an intake of a patient by the name of Wyland Buckham.
Okay, if you could go to the records then, I think that would be direct.
Alright. He kind of gets up and he goes, hold on. He pulls underneath the desk and he pulls out a small wooden toggle and it says 17 on it. I'll be back. Find yourself a seat. He hands you the wooden toggle that says number 17. And he walks off.
I'm gonna park my keister over in a chair somewheres.
Wait.
We got a number. That's exciting.
Before he left, I'm like, oh, is there like a tip box? You've been so helpful.
You see his ear like twitch backwards, and he like kind of looks over and goes. He kind of like slides back down to the desk and goes. He kind of like casually reaches with his underhand towards you.
Yeah. I'll just pass him 5 silver. Thank you for all your help.
And he takes it and shakes it and puts it back in his pocket. And he goes, "You won't be needing that." And he pulls the he hands the
token thing.
The toggle back and goes, "I can tell you right now. There hasn't been any centaur in here to date. Otherwise, we wouldn't be still looking for him. Romagnon is the man who has been asking about him, but I don't have a lot of information on that. However, if I didn't have to worry about, staying up late, working overtime today, if it was within my if you could make it worth my while, I might be able to see if Romagnon is the owner. Maybe even get in touch with him." Looks around.
How much money did Emery give him?
5 silver.
2 silver?
5.
Oh, 5. Okay. I'll give him 5 more.
Okay. He kind of looks at it, puts it in his pocket, and goes, "Okay, well, I'll clear about an hour of Romagnol's schedule for tomorrow. You guys can come back and talk to him then."
Lovely.
Just give him a gold piece already.
What was that?
Somebody just give him a gold piece already.
He goes, "Alright, well, with that, we're going to be closing up shop, so I'm going to go and make sure that everything lines up for tomorrow, but have yourself a great evening, and we'll be seeing you."
Okay, goodbye.
And by the way, if you want to be able to make it in time for your appointment, you're going to need to have VIP access to the front of the lines in the morning.
I'm going to look at Ilya at this point.
So, can you look at the lines and see a nearly 7-foot tall Lauren nearly next to a nearly 7-foot tall Woolund and a Ratton and another Woolund and figure it out?
Give me a coercion check.
God, you have gold. You're holding off for 5 silver.
I really appreciate the passive aggressive fucking can't just figure it out where we are.
We're an eclectic band, I'll say.
We are well recognized.
Yeah.
2 success, 1 advantage.
He goes, "Yeah, if you manage to bully your way through the doors, I will make sure that you guys get to the room. Crying out loud, just trying to do you guys a favor."
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that there's no confusion here. You know, straight path forward and all that. VIP.
You
Well,
hear from
wonderful
behind it, you
evening.
hear, "We're closing up shop. Time for you guys to leave."
Nice. That's a new one. I like it. It's your perfect
Mike
DMV
Wazowski.
voice.
Mike Wazowski needs to turn in his fucking paperwork.
That was my exact thought too. Was that I've only seen the movie like a couple times. It was years ago, and I instantly thought of that woman thing.
That's great. I'm glad I managed to pull that off. But... Okay, so with that, where do you guys go for the evening?
Are we welcome back at the Bug Gang, or do they not really want us sleeping there? Because that seemed like a pretty nice gig.
You can go back there if you'd like. Keep in mind, you guys are still at. You're still contentious with the Onyx running around outside. Oh, you're pretty close. Amla's pretty close to the Scarab, so you should be able to make it back there just fine.
Mm-hmm. Seems like the safest place to spend the night. If we are an eclectic group, the Onyx would be able to find easily.
Yeah, and they may have a grudge against us. I can't imagine why.
I don't know why, but
That's a good one.
So you guys make your way back into Natari territory, and as you guys approach, Scarab, one of the entrance tunnels, one of the local gang members looks at you guys and goes. He kind of like cuts off access to one of the tunnelways. He kind of looks at you guys and goes. Okay. Gives a little bit of a smell to the air. Looks at you guys. Well, he goes, well, every ant needs to bring something back for the queen. You guys have something for us today. I'm
gonna look at Ilya, pull up my pants a little bit, kind of flex my muscles, and give him a wink, and then I'm gonna walk up and say, "Can't you look through the crowd for a 6 foot tallish Norn, another tall wool man, and a rattan, and figure it out?" And I turn around like, Papa, are you proud of me?
Give me a coercion check.
He confused me, got the spirit.
Coercion.
That's nice.
Oh, fuck yeah, it's willpower. You're fucked now, bug guy. I didn't even look at that. All right, 4 green dice. Okay. All right.
I wasn't threatening violence that time.
5 and 2.
And 2. Kind of looks at you, looks at your friends, and goes, "Have fun sleeping in the ways."
Not
Walks away.
sure if that was a good thing.
You're welcome to enter the honeycomb unescorted.
Yay!
we are trying to get these guys to like us, right?
I didn't say anything mean.
Okay, I mean,
Cyrus
kind
having like no idea what's going on. He just kind of looks around after seeing the two things that happened recently. He just kind of like squares his shoulders and pulls his belt up a little. Like, apparently that's a custom here.
Now everybody pull your pants up.
you guys need
No
better
squaws
belts.
around here. Did the Tekeknu even wear pants?
That's why I said belt.
Yeah.
Some of them do wear pants, as they have been indoctrinated into city life.
That's
They
right.
gotta cover their cloaca.
No, we've established it's all belts.
It's all
Yeah.
just bands and bands of belts everywhere. You guys make your way into the scarab, yeah?
Yeah, should we find our drunk friend?
Give me a survival check. Whoever's leading the group.
Ilya, lead us to our drunk friend.
Wait, Embry, aren't you like crazy
I'm
good at
great
survival?
at survival. Yeah.
Don't shove this off on a glorious leader. He has more important things to think about.
He can't
I know
lead,
how
he
to
has
make-
to think!
Yeah. I make other things not survive, thank you.
Alright, I go sniffing around with 3 success, 2 advantage.
Goddamn right you do.
Oh, just enough.
Noise.
So the thing is that the reason why the Scarab is such a good place for these people to stay is that it is like a honeycomb when you enter here, and you can easily end up in the ways, which is like the underground badlands of hulking tunnel worms and other things that want to kill and survive in the competition. But luckily enough, one of you knows your way around underground well enough to lead you back towards where you were staying before. And it looks like some other individuals have found their way into the room that you were staying in before. However, Wallaby has set his ass in a different room the whole time, making himself very comfortable and very drunk.
That a boy.
Hi, he kind of looks at you guys. By Scott, is it already the morning?
Settle in for the night, actually.
Ah, rightio. So, we'll swap some tales tonight. Be ready for the road. Off on new adventures. Quest for the Fae, heart of Lianen Shay.
I mean, yeah, we'll get around. We'll get around to that here soon, right, everybody?
Well, if
Yeah, I
you
got
know,
some things to pick up tomorrow.
We got a few buttons to button up.
I mean, I suppose I could sleep in, but we wouldn't want too much daylight wasted in these dimly lit halls.
We probably should have talked about this before.
I think we'll be okay.
Talk about
We just
what?
have to make our way from Lemoore to somewhere to stay for the night, right? A couple extra hours won't kill us.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Sure. Well,
You don't have a contract with a scary lady this time.
Yeah, you're right there. We just have a few things we're trying to wrap up tomorrow. That's all.
Yeah, we have to go to the DMV.
well,
I love the DMV.
you know where to find old Wallaby. Kicking it with his friends the Atari. And you see a couple walk by and give him what is their equivalent of the middle finger.
It's like the Jar Jar
Wallaby.
Binks of the low people.
Well, I think you have a drinking problem.
Not yet. A few more ships in this one.
Nice.
You guys bed down for the night. It's not comfortable. It's like sleeping outside. But it does the trick. And we'll pick up on the following day on our next session as you guys get ready to crack into the mystery that is Island's disappearance.
Right?